Welcome back to the battlefield. Sidran here, and we have another video for you. We're not playing Pauper this time, we are playing Modern. I want to play this Modern deck because I have an RC that I've qualified for and I need to get practice up. So I want to learn the Modern format a little bit better. I've been playing this deck offline a fair bit. It's mono white control. The reason I wanted to play this deck is Affinity's been running rampant in Modern right now, and I feel this has a really good matchup against Affinity. So a lot of times when I've been pairing into leagues, I've been running to Affinity 2 to 3 times. So there's lots of free wins I feel like we can pick up. The reason I wanted to also play this deck is because there was a new card called Emergency Eject, which allows us to, it's similar to kind of like the Beast Within targets, where it destroys, this one only destroys a non-land permanent, but they create a lander token, which is that new effect from Edge of Eternities, where they can sacrifice an artifact for 2 mana, and then they can get a basic put in play. Tapped, of course. So it works quite well in this synergy because it's really a land destruction deck. So it's running 8 planes, the Sunken Citadels, and it's running Ghost Quarters, Field of Ruins, Demolition Fields. A Crucible package with kind of the Great Creator as well to get another Crucible if need be. 4 white Orchid Phantoms, and then a lot of just exile your stuff. So we've got Path to Exile, we've got March of Otherworldly Lights, we have Solitude, and we also have some interaction such as Reprieve here to return spells back to their hand. Wrath of the Skies is an absolute house. The reason why it's so good against Affinity is because you can play this for just 2 mana, 2 white pips, and Exile basically will destroy their entire board. So they can go like Urza's Saga, Mox Amber, Mox Opal, and we'll play some 0 drops. So they do their Warp or whatever, their Warp creature from Edge of Eternities, and they go Mox Opal, Mox Amber, blah, blah, blah. Here's all my 1/1s, and on your turn, just go tap 2 white, Wrath of the Skies, kill your Urza's Saga. You got nothing on the board anymore. It's very good. So that's the main deck. I feel like this Emergency Eject actually fixes a bit of a problem with this deck, because when I play against Boros Energy with this deck, if the Ajani flips, if they get a bombardment out early and we can't handle it or something like that, and they get an Ajani that flips, it's really hard to get rid of the Ajani. Normally we're running like Skyclave Apparition, and if we didn't draw that, it was just kind of bust. They just kept making cats and then you lost the game. So I think it's good. It fixes it a little bit, but we'll see still how it goes in the league. Over here in the sideboard, it's a very classic Calm package, except we're able to get the Portable Hole as well. 2 relics, Liquid Mental Coated, Crucible Wells, Portable Hole. We don't need to get everything crazy. I have seen some mono white controllers that have like the Vexing Bauble and stuff that sometimes is good, but you do sacrifice on the sideboard as well. I'm very keen to try 3 of these Elish Norns. So this is the Mother of Machines. You'll notice a lot of Riddlers hanging around. A lot of, not from Batman, from the new card from Edge of Eternities, and a lot of Solitude decks, and just a lot of ETB decks. So if you're a creature deck, most decks are just running ETB value. So having 3 of these in the sideboard absolutely just shuts them down. A lot of them are running, if they're running the Solitudes, that's the only way of removal. So you play the Elish Norn, they can't actually kill it. And playing that into like a White Orchid or into a Solitude and just exiling their creatures or destroying multiple lands is pretty fun to go. Outside of that, we're running 3 High Noons. So this deck is absolutely abysmal against Storm. So having access to a way to combat that's good. Celestial Purges, stuff like Overlord of the Bowmark, it can exile, it can handle stuff from the Boros Energy deck, Flage, that kind of stuff. It's also good interaction for the faster decks, like the red decks. So for Corey Steel, those red 1-drops is that it can kill. And then we've got Wrath of God. Just as a nice reset button, just hit the button, everything's dead. And that's what you want sometimes, especially at 4 mana. If they get, like Affinity gets a Kappa Cannoneer out and it has Ward, you either are praying for a Solitude on turn 4 or you're praying for a Wrath of God. Alright, so without further ado, I reckon we should take this through a league and see how it goes. Alright, we're on the draw, we'll keep this. The issue with these kind of decks is what I found when I played against other decks is that really you want 2 white pips to get to where you want to go. We're playing against Affinity. So this hand is not good against this. Especially if they just go, yeah. I'm still going to go land, and we're going to path to exile the Tamiyo now. The reason being is I don't want them to be able to rebuke and get the Tamiyo later. A small chance, but you just can't have it. Them getting lots of tokens, they can just win with Tamiyo, so there it is, the Steel Cutter. So if we somehow get to essentially 4 mana, then I think we're in a good place, but it's very unlikely. They look like they're going very fast. The Monk token. At least we will have a flying first striker. So we'll hit their Spy Bluff. Maybe we can get lucky, but I don't think this game was going to be good unless we draw like a Wrath of the Skies. Will be pretty good. This version isn't running Baser either, so we don't really have that life gain either. So let's just go play this, destroy this. We got 1 card left. So yeah, I think it was a good call to hit the Tamiyo. I guess the other thing as well was I could have done it. You know, I was playing it around Rebuke, but it allowed them to go Corey Galblast. 2 cards here. We're just going to hopefully just block the drone token. Well, they probably won't attack with the drone token. Next time we just play the Sunken Citadel and play the other White Orchid. Okay, so they don't have another non-creature spell. It makes me think they have another Rebuke. We're not attacking. Let's just go Citadel White. And let's just play the Phantom. We'll hold back. The longer this game goes, the better for us. So they might Rebuke this, which looks like that's what they have. Yeah, they're waiting. Yeah, it's not the funnest thing. We just want the blockers here. We have Field of Ruin and Demolition Field, and they don't run any more basics anymore. So if we're able to play this Witch Enchanter, I'm probably even going to kill the Mox Opal, because then they only have 1 more mana for things, and they can't double spell. All right, there's the Tamiyo. Yeah, based on the current stuff, I might try and just resolve this Witch Enchanter. We will play Castle Ardenvale, and let's just play out the Enchanter. Hopefully this resolves. And yeah, hopefully we can just hit this Mox Opal. Is a Rebuke? Okay. No. So a bit dire now because I haven't drawn much else. We're definitely double blocking this Tamiyo if it attacks. They can't really draw too much either right now, which is good. Yeah, we are going to double block this. They must have like a Gale Blast or something. Or they have another Tamiyo in their hand. So yeah, I'm sandbagging these Field of Ruins. So they, yeah. I mean, we're probably going to lose now because they have the Kappa Cannoneer. And we do have that. I think the thing is as well is that we do it all now. Yeah, sadly we just do this all now because I'm mindful of the ward. Yes. We've got 0 cards. Do this clue token. They can't really attack with the Monk token either. Yeah. And 1 card left in their hand. Well, let's just kill this. Yes. And rep the plains. Let's play a Field of Ruin. And let's attack for 2 in the air. because we need to start getting the clock going. Now we can make a 1/1 if we want to. These 2 planes in our hand are gross though. Let's go set stop here. So do the surveil, and then I might be able to respond to this. I think that's the thing. Yeah, we can. So what do? They put this Saga into the graveyard. Let's just get rid of that. It just means they can't do as much. But they have. I'm happy for them to attack for 3 if they want to. We'll just block the drone token. You're playing that with the warp, okay. And they drew a Mox Amber, so they're getting an old token. At least now, I mean, they'll attack with a 3/3. I mean, it's a very good draw. We need to draw a Solitude, essentially, or a Witch Enchanter, or just something to get rid of this Kuri Still, the Emissary. We're just on the back burner now. They're probably going to win now unless you draw something good. Wrath of the Skies or something like that. Demolition Field is not good, but we're still going to just target this land. That's just my cat participating. Yeah, we really need to draw a Solitude. Like, if they draw a Kappa Cannoneer, I think they have just like lots of good live draws. Wrath of the Skies is good. I'm quite happy to Wrath of the Skies and get rid of everything because we've got the Castle Ardenvale. Wrath of the Skies for 3. Wipe everything, they just have an island left. Yeah, I'll keep the stop here as well. Here's another Kappa Cannoneer. Very grim, so if we don't draw literally a path to exile for that, then we're just back to where we were before. Let's just make a dude. Go on, path exile. Khan. Khan doesn't do anything for us though. Let's look at the sideboard quickly. Yeah. Sadly, I think we're just going to... I mean, they can't cast any more spells, so maybe we just do drop it and then get a relic or something. So I've got to uptick it because it can't do much, and then I can just get rid of the Mox Opal. I like that because then they, what, is this legendary? No, it's not. So the Mox Amber doesn't do anything. So if we hit this, it takes them off the land. It's an island. I mean, it wouldn't work anyway, but let's just pass. We have another 1/1. If they draw an artifact that they can cast, then we're not doing terribly. And again, if we draw Wrath of the Skies, we can actually Wrath of the Skies for 6. But if this Kappa Cannoneer comes in unblocked, then it's all she wrote. Alright, they're not doing anything, which implies... Well, let's make a... Oh, mum. And then how do we want to play this? So I think we want to go to blocks. You block there. You block there. Guess you block the prowess. 3, 4, 5. Block there. So they might come out with 1 extra. And then it doesn't... carefully craft this because these are flyers. At least then we can kill this Pinnacle Emissary. Well, I could just let it die. I could just block it with 1. I kind of want it dead. I don't want any more flyers in play. So 3, 4, 5. I think this is fine. And then, yeah, they can have a... Well, they don't really have any non-creatures that do anything. And then back to if we play... Saga's good. Making Constructs is a good Magic the Gathering card. Can we draw something good, please? Ruin. Well, at least we can just kill this Saga, I guess. Okay. This makes it a 2/2. I guess we just kill the Moxan, but that's fine. Let's just pass. Again, they draw like any artifact, and we can't do anything with this Kappa Cannoneer. Yeah, we'll make a 1. Don't actually feel as bad now. So this can just block. I think really this can block here. This can block here. And it's just gonna die a horrible, painful death, really. It's gonna die regardless. Sorry, Khan. I don't think they can play anything, so we just first strike, kill that. Khan's dead. Khan's fine. It is 4 mana, get 2 fogs. Alright. So now at least they can't. I mean, let's just attack with these 2. I should attack with the human token as well, actually. Get to land, go for them. We'll block the Kappa Cannoneer. And then end step, we'll just make another 1/1. I did miss out on 1 damage though, and that could matter. And this is the grueling part where if we draw Solitude, we're laughing. And we've gone through most of our lands now. Okay, well, let's just play the Demolition Field. Let's attack with everything. Yeah, so I was meant to attack with that human there, but that's okay. These things happen. I guess maybe I shouldn't have. No, well, the fetch lane does the same thing anyway. It is a bit annoying not drawing another removal spell though. Like a Solitude would be absolutely great. Okay, let's just pass. We can quite easily die to a Galv Blast or something like that. Yeah, just doing it again. Let's make another human. I wonder if they have a Galv Blast or something. Yeah, so we would have had them dead if we played properly. Wrath of the Skies is interesting. So let's just attack. They can't rebuke us at all. And then we can kill them with a 1/1 here or there. Because they can't crack that either. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we still have demo for it if they were, well, they can't crack the land anyway. They can't rebuke. And we just keep this land in our hand, we'll float it just in case they think it's going to be a path or something like that. And then we can kill them on the following turn with... Yeah, there we go. A grueling win, but a great win. There's not too much really we're running. I'll probably just bring in this Wrath of God, really. Everything else just stays in there. High Noon's not good in the draw, I don't think. Portable Hole stays in there for the Khan. Celestial Purge, Elish Norn's not that good. What are we cutting? Probably a Reprieve. Then they're not that good. Maybe it is... You know, I think it's just this other Crucible. We can grab it with Khan anyway if we want to. I don't think it's that good. I guess Crucible's better than the second Relic. Doesn't really do much. Let's run this. I don't think the high... I guess we're technically meant to bring in High Noons, actually. Let's bring in High Noons and cut the Crucible and the Relic. And we'll keep the Khan and a Reprieve. See how this goes. Which I probably see my cat purring. Sorry. Well, this hand's good. It's got lots of ways to do stuff. And it's got the Solitude that we might end up using. They're mulligan to 5. That's pretty grim for them. Let's go tap land. But if we go Orzhov Saga, then we can actually kill it with March. So we've got White Oak with Phantom as well. Alright, they've got the basic. It's good for them. And then we just followed up with a just a Sunken Citadel, put it on white. Yeah. It's a small risk, but we've got the Solitude and then we have the path for the following turn. I think we'll lose this game unless we draw lands. There it is. There's the Orzhov Saga, which we will be killing, and we'll path that as well. I'm actually going to Solitude. Exiling this Emergency Eject, and just getting rid of this Tamiyo now. First one in, last one off, and just kill the Tamiyo. I think it's just a bit too scary. We can keep this path for later, because in this Mox Amber doesn't do anything. And they can't rebuke me, so we can Wrath the Skies for 0 here. And that should just be great for us. We'll try and resolve this. They might have like a Force Negation or something. But this hits a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's fair enough. Did it for 0. Pass. We don't have any plays here. I mean, have we just draw planes here? Well, it's not even that bad. I'm going to keep this path to exile because it's probably the only way we actually kill a Cannoneer if it ever gets to that phase. This might be good for the... we've got that for the Orzhov Saga as well. Let's just use our mana. Oh, no, because that hits Corey. Let's just path this now. We'll just path this as well. Tend to get 1/1/1, and then we'll probably just march that Mox Opal, to be honest. Wolf goes away. Yeah, I'm just gonna play this. I'm gonna name red on this because of the high noons, and let's just kill this so they can't get. Yeah, just because if they play another artifact, then we can't do anything. So. And then we might be able to kill them with a bunch of 2/2s. And I'm going to play one of these 2/2s, and if I draw another land, I'm just playing this other one. I should have done it the other way around, but let's just play this and target the Flood Strand. And here it is. Here's the beginning. This is why we play this deck, for all the fun that we're going to have. Yep. What are they? They just put it on top. Yeah. I have a feeling they probably also maybe even kept a crap card on top potentially, but like, you can't, without looking at your person's face. You can't tell if they just like, oh, whatever, I'll just chuck this on top. So sometimes you could actually just leave the demolition field for another time, like they might just draw a dud card and then you can do it later. But this just hits, or you do it in a draw set, they draw the crap card and then you can just do whatever you want. There it is, as a Saga. Great card. If they have a Rebuke, they can counter this White Orchid Phantom, which is important. Okay. Let's just play. I want to play this first to see what happens. Okay, no, it does. It's great that they only have one basic because it just means that we can kill their stuff. And let's attack for 2, and we'll play this High Noon. It's like not that good, but it stops Corey shenanigans. I think they have a Corey in their hand as well, really. And this could deal 5 to them as well. So it's a way to shorten that clock, There it is, another land. And what do we draw, eh? That was a good draw. Like, now we just increase our clock. And this Hanu can kill something if I really want to. Oh, there's a Mox Opal. Let's make a 1/1. I could do this slightly different, but I don't have any cards in hand, doesn't really matter. Let's go to attacks. Won't do this 1/1 just yet. And so they're dead next turn because we can deal 4 to the face. Well, depending on what they play, we can attack with everything. And then just High Noon them. So then I run the one Thundering Fools, it looks like. So yeah, I guess this card is a little bit better anyway because it just deals 5. There we go. We won the game. We're on the play for this. It's great. Hopefully we just have a hand with white pips in it, which we technically do. Let's keep this. It has interaction, it has Wrathless Skies. If we play against anything specific, we can still do well. Playing this this land tap though. They're mulligan. No. We'll risk it for whatever they're doing. They need to make a white crop rotation in Modern. That's what they need to do. That's what I want in my life. It's got a relic. Let's just go... I kind of don't want to scale into demo fields. So let's just play the... No, let's just play that and we'll play this relic out. Just pass. Don't really know what we're playing against. Cracking in response. Maybe we're just playing against blue-white control, which is probably not a great matchup for me. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I can't do much about that. What did you exile for me? Subtlety. Okay. A little bit scary. I mean, I kind of want a demo field here. So let's just go Ghost Quarter. And let's demo field here. Because we can still path exile them. We're going to cycle. I'm sorry, I'm eating a banana right now. You know, to play Magic the Gathering properly, you need like a crap ton of potassium. So, it's what you've got to do. If your opponent's searching their deck, you know. Okay. So they are like a living end deck. I don't know how we'll go against this deck. We didn't have a lot of good stuff right now. I'll probably cycle here as well. They've shocked. And what are they doing with that? Oh, here it is. Here's the thing. Seeing a bunch of cards in play. So High Noon's good against them. Can we win against this? Let's path, because I think we're going to lose this game outright. But if we can just get an understanding of how many basics they run, I think that's a win for us. Okay, so they've got an island. That doesn't do anything. Let's just... Let's just play Citadel. Let's name white. Let's play Crucible. I'm thinking what they have out here is going to win them the game, very likely, but if we can survive, you know, we need to get to 8 lands to really Wrath of the Skies. Wrath of the Skies seems terrible against them. I want Wrath of God, that's what I want. So dead in 3 turns, essentially. Solitude is probably our best draw. And then if we don't draw Solitude, then the worst case scenario is we can just see Endurance, you say. Casting it now. I'll just get rid of the demo field, would make sense. Good to know they have an Endurance. And Besagio as well. Okay. Yes, Solitude is a good draw. And then maybe I can Wrath of the Skies the following turn. Let's just pass. They can also just have Subtlety and then I just die. But we'll still cast Solitude. Targeting the end. And we'll probably just try and just take 6 and then we'll attack. Cast. Let's see if they have a counter spell. Yep. Subtly you do. Yeah, so we're just dead then. Right, like again, let's just I could put it on top, but then I'm still dead. I put on top, block this. Well, I'm going to 11 anyway. Let's just put it on the bottom and then let's just go quarter them twice and just see how many basics they have. Probably if they're smart, they'll probably won't do anything with that. Just fail to find. They did fail to find. Yeah, all right, let's just concede. This is a weird matchup. So Wrath of God and Hiding really come in. Reprieve's good. I think the Phantom Relic's good. Path's good. Eject's good. I think we just cut these Wrathless guys. They are not good. March is not that good either. That's okay. We'll just run it like this because at least the March could potentially hit something else. We will play first. I'm just looking up the deck on the side just to make sure we don't need basics there. They run an island and a forest. Okay. This hand is so close. It's so close. If we had a plains, it would be really good. If we draw any land and we do get the plains, do we keep this? They force some negation. We're just done. If we draw a land, we got salted. You know what? Let's risk it. I think because if we draw any land, then it turns it on. I think it's a really good hand outside of that. And they might not have force negation, and then we can just play this relic, and then we're having a great time. Let's go land and try and resolve this relic. Okay, it resolves. Let's just see what else they run. So like a bribery effect, collector oath, yeah. Portico. Come on, let's pray for a white source. Come on. Okay, that's not good. Again, we really took a risk with this hand. So if we draw any land, then we can demo field. Let's just do this now. And it's good that the Ardent Pleas, like, I mean, they're on Shardless Agent, assuming, yeah, Shardless Agent and then Ardent Pleas. So all their stuff is sorcery speed. So we don't have to worry too much about what's happening with this relic. Yeah, Hedge Maze. If you're on the Force of Vigors, I just have to pray. Come on. Ugh. Semi my fault doing something like this, but again, like if you drew any land and our deck runs like a ridiculous amount of lands. What's this? Oh, that's so painful. Can't do much about this. This can bounce as well, right? Yeah. I think we just keep it around and hopefully draw plains here. Plains? Land. No, that's not good. I'm actually just going to concede here because I think it's just too far gone. If we draw a plains, we could have done something. Or just any land 2 turns in a row. Yeah. We are on the draw here. This hand's good. Basically, depending if they're playing Affinity or not, we will just play this tap Sunken Citadel named White. Looks like they are not Affinity. They're probably Grixis shenanigans. In which case, I probably do want to drop this relic earlier. We've got this path as well. Yeah. We have lots of good answers for stuff though. We really just want to draw some lands now. Does Oculus have Ward? Manifest Dread. So I'm actually going to play the plains because I might just need to path to exile it because I might just try and unearth. And then play the relic on the following turn because the relic doesn't do anything here. That's the thing. Absolutely does nothing. I don't think this matchup is good either. When I've been playing this deck, it hasn't been the greatest, because when they play Frog, we just die. Guess the unearthing. I mean, that's one way to do it, but we have the Relic, worst case. So they played their lands. They can take the path if they want, otherwise we're playing Relic and we're likely just going to cycle. We're thinking like, what the hell are they playing? And Persist is a sorcery from memory. Again, a little bit rusty with Modern at times. Yeah, that makes sense. They want to get rid of that. Yeah, that's not a great draw. Let's just go this, naming white. And they're probably just going to play something else crazy. Yeah, Persist is a sorcery. I mean, they've played more Faithless Oaths than I've had hot dinners here, but another Oculus. They have lots of dead interaction. Yep. Likely coming in for that Spell Piss. This Frog. Yeah. If they're playing this, I might just get rid of one of these Wrath of the Skies and march it for 2. So they have 1 card left. Let's go this on that. Let's just get rid of one of these Wrath of the Skies. For 2, just double checking. I'm doing it now because of the Force of Engagement. I only got 1 card in hand anyway. Yeah, let's just play this tapped and white and pass. Hopefully we can just draw. I assume they'll probably run an island anyway. This is the handy with having Goldfish next to me while I play, is that I can just double check all the basics. Because what it comes down, isn't this great for a deck where you can just think about, hey, how many basics do they have? And that can just help me win the game. Yeah, they do like a Grixis Reanimator list. So yeah, discarding all their pushes is like a good place to start. 2 swamps and an island. So there's no real point firing off this Ghost Quarter straight away. I'm just going to play it now though. Then pass. Got some emergency eject. Another Frog. So I'm probably going to just Wrath the Skies it, to be honest. I want to keep this emergency eject in case they do play something weird like a... And also hits a... Well, that's a nice one. If I do this first, I get a Plains... Do that, it's 1, 2, 1, 2, yeah, so I can still do that. Comes to play untap though. So if they have any counter spells, well, they don't really run counter, they run a Spell Pierce and they played blue for that. You know, let's just do it all next turn. I'm just going to be extra safe. Two, done. Archon is scary if they play an Archon. They have like the rule the roost for it as well, like, and this way as well we can there's the Archon. So yeah, if they persist that, very grim for us. Yeah, I mean I don't have a response to that. They get that. We'll just discard this plains. Yeah, and let's path this now. Get the island, unless they get rid of their island already. Let's just bring out this graveyard. No, and they have that colored island. Okay. Well, let's just hit this. Let's hit their red source. Get a plains. Because they don't own any more red sources. And we'll pass. You know what? Let's Ghost Quarter as well. They shouldn't have any more basics now. It should just be Island, 2 swamps. Yeah, most decks seem to just do that. The other reason as well to not do this is because they have Spell Pierce. It's a one of in their deck. Let's just reprieve. It makes it grim if they make us discard this. Do you have a Spell Pierce? Been through half their decks, so it's a 50% chance really. They do. So I guess I should not have Ghost Quartered there. Okay, you live and you learn. And then we lose this Eject, which is sad. And we don't have mana to do anything really. Well, Khan's not that good either. I'll play it. But yeah, we don't really, because they will attack and make us discard. So 5. Because this makes us sacrifice a creature or a planeswalker. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Like, yeah. I think they got me. I could potentially draw a path next go of it. Purges are nice though. Let's just uptick, whatever. No point showing them extra information, I guess. This is going away either way, this Khan. So even if I wasn't going to do well anyway with that Spell Pierce in their hand. Will I lie? I would have been able to pay for it if I didn't Ghost Quarter them. They're one of Spell Pierce. Because that's the only interaction they run. Everything else is Unearths and Persists. And now they're going to have to rule the Roast here. The deck doesn't change too much of sideboard, and they don't really run. They run Harbinger of the Seas, which they might bring in, but everything else is pretty stock. So we need to draw Eject or Path. But if they do any Unearths here, then we just toast. So attacking that. At least it's a fog kind of. 4 cards in hand though. Yeah, bring back an Oculus. Pretty screwed now. Yeah, let's concede. Okay, like I said, the sideboard's not too much else. They might just bring in Harbinger if this is the standard sideboard. Let's bring in the Purges. I don't mind Wrath of the God actually. It's a bit better than Wrath of the Skies. March was pretty. It does hit the Oculus, does hit Frog, and it does cause that 1 loss. Ejects are good, Relics are good. I think Knight's even good as well for the sacks. I don't think the Khans are that good. I think Reprieves are good. Maybe just cutting these Wrath of the Skies. They're not really doing that much. And I think Wrath of God's kind of better. Honey, Portable Hold, keep those all in. Let's bring in one more Relic, because we have that Relic in this sideboard. Reprieves are pretty not great either. Solitude's nice. Let's cut a Reprieve because their deck's pretty efficient. It's just a bunch of 1 mana goes, you know. But again, I don't really like these matchups too much because it's all very hectic. It's, you know, everything's everything kind of costs just 1 mana, and our deck wants to kind of constrain them on mana. But yeah, so I wonder if they just fire for Thoughtseize here. Maybe they have a Spell Pierce. I could have gone land Relic. I guess that was an option. Let's just play the Relic. See if that resolves. I don't know if it will. Might just get a Spell Pierce straight off. We have lots of ways at least. Well, they're shocking here. So either Thought Scale or Spell Pierce. Okay, they have the Consigns. I don't do much else out of that. If they're just playing Frog, let's just use our mana the best. 10 of 4 yields. Play the Frog. Yeah, let's just Path. And I want to keep this demo. I will play it, but I'm hoping it to hit a red source with it, really. This feels like a very uphill battle. Okay. I still play demo field. We'll pass. We can Purge and Path. Maybe I should have prioritized the Relic. Probably. On turn 1, because they may have thought that that was their only way of getting out of this. Let's Path because of Spell Pierce. And Celestial Purge is more of a clean answer to everything they play anyway. Play Castle Ironvale, pass. Don't feel good here particularly though. I might just blow up this Watery Grave now. I feel like this Plains is going to stay in my hand as well. Emperor Bones. Yeah, I think they do have the red source, but let's just... Do we just wait? Because worst case, we can just make a 1-1. Let's just wait until their end step. They got 5 mana now, so... Thought Scour, Persist. It's got nothing crazy in the bin. They run Thought Seizers, which is scary. So we're probably going to demo field that. On top of their deck. Let's demo and try and eject that. Frog's a crazy card. So good. I think they're far away from Oculus, so let's just hit them with this. They have a landed token if they want. Okay, they did accept the lander token. What if they cut down on the Archons now? I'm gonna pass. I don't want to play this Plains in case they play Archon. Their hand might just be like consigned to memories, just multiple consigned to memories. And being land flooded as well. Is this just what? An Oculus? The other thing is playing a land. I'm just going to make a 1-1 and play the Plains, I think. Let's just make a 1-1. Because we can... I don't think they're going to be playing Archon. I think I'm playing two... I think I'm playing too conservative. If they spell pierce the eject, then that's a problem in itself. And the 2/2 only really matters if they get another creature off of it. Let's play... Let's just pass. Just eject this. I'm going to use these though in case they have a Harbinger. And land the tokens don't really matter. They're persisting that. That's a good one. Let's just reprieve to try and draw another answer. My god, this reprieve is terrible. Is it better to do the Emperor Bones? They're going to get another manifest, which is sad. Crucible is kind of mid. Kind of mid. My cat's on my keyboard. I can't do anything. I don't have any answers for this Oculus straight away. That is not good. Because that's still not an answer to Oculus. And it's just going to get insanely good. Play land. But I think they have me here as well. Because I can't really do much else. I can demo field them, but they're just going to be attacking for a lot. I mean, maybe it was correct to Arden Veil and then double blocker manifest, but now they're going to get another manifest on top of this. Wrath of God's probably the best draw now. And that's why I'm playing this deck as well, because I'm trying to feel like what people's sideboarding is like. It's another Oculus. This is just very much grim. What is this? 4, 9, 11. We'll just take it. I think it's, yeah, it's really, it doesn't matter. It's really Wrath of God or Bust. Somehow we got to the point where actually Wrath of the Skies was relevant now, again. But now just getting double Oculus, and they got an Oculus off that. And they could get a Frog now off this. Really, we need Wrath, and then... See, Eject doesn't even really do it anyway. What does Eject do? Kill this for... Yeah, we're still dead. Yeah, we're still dead. I could make another... You know what? Let's just... Sorry, I'm going to put everyone through all this pain, but there's a way in which we can block 2/2/2s each. And then eject that, one of them, and take 4, 6, go to 1. And if I draw Wrath of God, then we're technically still in it. But very unlikely. Meltdown, yeah. Should play the demo field there as well before. It doesn't really matter how we sequence this because basically all of it needs to resolve anyway. So let's just make our 2/1/1s. Eject this. And supposedly, I mean, again, if we draw Wrath, then we survive, but it's literally Wrath or Bust. Yeah, just another Oculus. I mean, Celestial Purges look very sad right now. Wrath of God. Yep, you get a billion creatures again. Wrath of God. Wrath of God. Yeah, there you go. GG. Alright, we are on the play. Let's see how we go with this hand. It's not keepable. We want more lands. This is keepable. What do we want to bottom here? Eject a March. I might do the March. Oh. I think we're going to do the March because we, on the play, if it's an Urza Saga deck, then that's okay with us. We have our white mana. We can still go Field of Ruin, blow up a land if we want to, which we will. We'll set a stop in there, upkeep for that. Not my upkeep, your upkeep. Okay. Yeah, we're going to play this and then I'm just going to do this on their turn. And then, depending on what they play, if they're playing Storm, it's a bit grimmer. Let's kill this. Yep, floating blue. What if they just got like Fault Scour, draw spells, etc. Let's get our planes. Why do they float if they weren't going to use it? Never got that. So if this is just prowess, we have a pretty good load up for what they want to do. We have the emergency ejects. Okay, they do have another land. And they got Corey still. So we're just going to eject that now, to be honest. I'm not going to show them the blast zone. Let's just eject. They can force some negation if they want to. But I don't want to die to that spell. We get rid of this upkeep stop as well. So now we can quite happily go into lots of different ways to... We can play Khan next turn. We can just Wrath the Skies if we want to. It's hard to know if they're Affinity or not, like a blue-red Affinity list. I have a feeling this might be Affinity again. You got the Thundering Fools and the one island, I think. It might even be a play of just going land, Witch, Enchanter. Okay, Emery. Yeah. And Bauble. So that's pretty good as well. Let's play demo. It's tempting. I mean, what can we get with this card again? Liquimental. I kind of want I saw a deck with this where they had the Ensnaring Bridge, and that seems like absolutely so good. So if we get Calm, we can't play Relic. And Portal Hole doesn't do anything. Crucible doesn't really do anything. I kind of might just demo the Spire Bluff so they can't do much. And they can't double spell with this Emery, and then we can, depending on what they do, we might be able to just Blast Zone for 3 and just get rid of everything else. Okay, so they don't. This looks like that we are playing against Affinity. They're appealing, yeah, to draw a card. Makes sense. So we do have to do Month of Rebuke, but I'm also kind of hoping they just... Okay, that was good. So if we can actually play this Wrath of the Skies for 3... So playing Steel Cutter, and then I'm hoping they just double spell and get him with damage. Yep, they are. So this is good for us if they don't have a Force of Negation, which they might not run in their deck anyway. But this strips them right back. If it resolves, that is. Let's play another demo, and yeah, let's just try and Wrath of the Skies for 3. Pray they don't have anything. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Back to square one, and I'm hoping this Khan now can get them. Oh, they might just be able to cap a Cannoneer here. Jesus. Yeah, Spell Bomb. I could almost play a Kappa Cannoneer with this. Okay, White Orchid Phantom. So I can actually play Khan minus the Mox Amber. Let's play this Blast Zone. Because what, they could maybe play another Corey still. Yeah, I kind of want to minus on this Mox Amber. Let's just go one... Hang on. So for... Yeah, we only have just enough to... If we blow it up, we get a plane, so we only have 5. Which Enchanter doesn't do what I really want to do. Yeah, I think this is the best use of our mana. Let's just tap this, tap this, tap this. Uptick so it doesn't die to anything straight away. Uptick, kill the Mox Amber. And then let's play White Orchid. Hit their red source. And then they can't play Corey still. They can play like what? A Bauble but can't crack it. Or an Amber anyway, can't crack it. Yep, they did not want to play the game anymore. So let's bring in the High Noons. Like I said, it's kind of better than nothing. And they just don't want to play again. Okay, cool. We are on the draw. This hand's pretty good. It's got lands and spells. Oh no, we're playing... Actually, we're probably playing against White-Black. I highly doubt we're playing against the mirror match. They'll be absolutely cooking. Absolutely cooking if it is. Okay, well, yeah, we're playing against White-Black. That's okay. So not doing anything. They're probably looking at playing a Failure on their turn. Which case, I kind of just want to play a Plains and Pass. So we're playing Failure. I don't want them to be able to Bellmark. So we've got the stop on our end step, so let's just kill this now. I'm thinking about what else would be in their deck that I could just probably fire it off earlier. Probably could have done it in the upkeep, I guess. Yeah, they're playing a Bellmark. Yep, getting a Solitude. At least that's not very that great against our deck. Okay, so that's how they're playing this. So I think I'm just gonna demo them for. You know what? They can. We'll make this white. Let's play white Augur Phantom. They can't flash it in, so it's best way to do stuff like this. So that's all their basics. Most of their deck does run like 2 basics and a swamp. Yeah, Flicker Wisp. I think really we just need to survive to some extent where we can just Wrath the Skies for 4 or something, or 5. They picked up a Witch Enchanter, which makes sense because it's lands. Let's play a demo. Let's wait because it could be a failure, it could be untapped. Let's just kill the Bailmark now. It's good. It's a good one. How are we going to get around this now? What's exactly thinking about the Ephemerates? No, let's just demo. But yeah, they're gonna have they're just gonna keep being. I probably shouldn't even done that because it gets to flicker anyway. So getting all these lands back. I think this part is toast unless we draw like a eject or something like that to kill this Overlord. But then being able to flicker it again, why don't they target it? And just get something back. Get a land back. So they didn't. They're pushing that. I mean, they're getting it back now anyway. Guess it's the same thing as attacking. Alright, how am I winning this game? An eject and pray they don't have an Ephemerate. Just keep picking up lands, I guess. Failure, yeah. I mean, eject's good. Let's play castle, and hopefully we just eject this Overlord. At least we can kill this Overlord now. And then if we survive, we can Wrath the Skies for an amount. Probably want to just Wrath the Skies for 3 and then take them off their black source. Go up to failure. The other Witch Enchanter is still in the bin. 1, 2 Overlords. Solitude in their hand. Okay. I mean, we're pretty cooked on board here. If they just play another Bailmark and then flicker it, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Which is what Inquisition. Yeah, that's pretty good. Some are running like 1 or 2 Inquisitions as well. Okay, so they have the mana anyway. I mean, we're basically toast there anyway if they just... White Orchid, interesting. So we need to draw another Wrath of the Skies, really. That's the way we're winning this. Bringing the Celestial Purges. What else are we bringing? Wrath of Gods, obviously good. Elish is good. Reprieves seem pretty mid, to be honest. So I'll probably cut the Reprieves. Yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7. And like 1 Relic. Yeah, there you go. They got me dead there. Alright, let's have a look at this sideboard. Let's bring in that extra Relic just for the Overlords and whatnot. They're not even that good, really. Let's bring in Elish, Norn, Celestial Purges. Let's cut these Reprieves. I don't think they're very good. And I like the Ejects. I think Marches are still nice. I think Wrath of the Skies is still going to be good if you can get to the late game. I think Solitude's still good. Ejects are good. Paths are good. Most things are good. It's probably this Khan, to be honest. Doesn't do a lot. I wouldn't mind one, just, you know, we can get random stuff, but I don't think it's that good in this matchup. This hand, I think is good. It has the startings of a good hand. The Marketing. Let's be very cautious of the Ephemerate. So I think my pathing on my turn is probably correct as well. Just like a Thoughtseize or something. Yep. If we get their engine, I think we're having a good time. If we can hit their engine. Yeah, the Purge hits the Bow Mark straight off, which is the problem for them. Alright, another planes. I'm going to play the Ghost Course, so I know we didn't draw another planes and we'll pass. Nothing else. Okay. Let's go planes go. Hopefully we can just use a march on a failure or something adjacent. Yeah, let's just kill this. 2. They knew that we had the march anyway. Very nice, very nice. Wondering why they wouldn't just take that out for something else. Because they probably don't have too many extra sideboard options anyway, I guess. Just want to keep drawing lands. Field of Ruin. So we're just going to land, and then hopefully we just use these Solitudes. And let's just do this in upkeep, I reckon. Let's just land. Alright, let's just take off this stop. Yeah, let's just use this. Not hitting these Witch Blessed Meadows anymore. Gives the things they can play a failure. They could potentially play another failure. Yeah, so it's a way to play a flash threat. But again, if they do that, it's kind of fine with me. Because we use Wrath of the Skies for 2, and they know we have it. I mean, they could even interrupt us as well. That's pretty good. It does hit X-Spells very well. I'd rather them even interrupt a Wrath of the Skies than anything else, though. I think it's just the best use of our mana. I wonder if they're just following up with another failure. So we've got 2 cards left. How do we get here when I have 4 cards in my hand? No new failure. No Overlord. Land Overlord. Oh, it's probably a good idea doing it like that. Guess you're on Relic as well, eh? Maybe Relic isn't that good. Oh, that's good. Not much I can do against that. And what is this target? Mill again. Pick up a failure or something. It's just a good card. Jesus. Land? Can I have a land, please? Okay. I'm going to do this while I don't have Ephemerate mana. So we just cast this and play Solitude. Get rid of this Overlord. And hopefully that I just don't follow it up with more Overlords. Please God, don't play another one. It's so good. What if they cut Solitudes, actually? Well, I'm going to attack you with this. Don't you worry, mate. Yeah, Recruiter. Recruit into what, though? A failure or something? Even Interrupter. What, you have a land? You don't have a land. Okay, March. Let's attack for 3. And then I'm going to play this Relic out. Relegate the Relic. Because it might come up, especially with the Emperor Bones or something like that. Might be able to exile something fun. There's a failure. So I guess Inquisition. So let's path this. And they can even interrupt in response. Oh, they're just letting that happen. Well, they got me. Can't do anything with this March. I really thought they were going to even interrupt that path, but they didn't. Let's just exile a card from them. Alright, our turn. Yeah, we don't need to go too crazy yet. Let's just attack. Because we're winning this race anyway. This beautiful, beautiful lifelink. And I know we have the Solitude. Probably feel like they can't run into... Okay, Emperor Bones. I want to respond to this, so you better let me respond to this. They're targeting Ghost Quarter. Well, let's just... I think if they want to target Ghost Quarter, they can. They don't do anything. Okay, they're playing that. They've got an Aven Interrupt in their hand. Let's just cast Solitude. I feel like they should have probably just done it on a creature they wanted. You may as well adapt to just gain the life. No, you're not? Okay. My turn then. Let's attack these two Solitudes. I think they did cut their Solitudes. I think the Solitudes are better than the Knights, but maybe it's not. We got this emergency eject for whatever. We got the Celestial Purge as well. Overlord. So we'll let the trigger happen. And then let's... I mean, they're going to hit something anyway. But let's just do... Accelerate everything. It might just hit 4 lands and something else. So, alright, Wrath of the Skies. That's interesting. Oh my god, they hit a Recruiter. I wonder if they'll cast that though. Let's use the Purge here. Because then they can Aven Interrupt and we can just do it again. This Aven Interrupt's not doing a lot though. Yep, that's fine. That resolves. I don't think they have a flicker effect, so I'm actually tempted to Wrath of the Skies and cast for free and kill that. That's a very good draw for us. Unless they have an Ephemerate as one of their last cards, which it very well could be. I think we have to risk it, to be honest. Let's just risk it. 4-3, done. I feel like they do have an Ephemerate and then they can counter it. I think we have to take this risk though. If they have the Ephemerate, they have the Ephemerate. If we've already been through one, there's 2 more in their deck. And let's kill the Overlord and let's attack for 3 and then we can play the Ellie Norn. I think Solitude would have been a great place for them. What if they play this Recruiter guard? What are they going to get? Like a Flicker Wisp? Emperor Bones. They got that Flicker Wisp. Okay. I mean, they're getting lots of value now. Just getting a little Flicker Wisp. Yeah, let's just play this Elish Norn because it's not going to get better. And then they can have the Overlord or whatever. Let's just keep this back. Let's just pass. So Bowmasters doesn't matter as much. White Orchid has double effects. If we draw another Solitude, that's absolutely busted. Like, we're in a fairly good spot still, you know what I mean? Bowmaster and Recruiter doesn't do that much. I wonder if they're going to still play that and play Overlord. We can just block the Overlord with the Elish Norn and it doesn't get the effects. It does get the attack effect. I mean, we're still not in a great spot here. They just get back like an Aven Interrupter or whatever. And this White Orchid Phantom at least can hit that, which is good. Alright, they're doing that. play Ghost Quarter. Let's play out this. You know, let's attack with the Solitude, and if they respond, then we can emergency eject. I do want to gain life. Gaining life is nice. Yeah. Yeah, I think they're just seeing the writing was on the wall there. Honestly, I'm just going to cut this card. It's kind of not terrible on like just drawing off the top and getting a portable hole. The relics felt so much more, like way worse, because it doesn't really matter with the overlords, they still get stuff. I don't think it's going to get easier. Let's just run this again. Try get to 5 lands and play another Elish Norn. And we need to draw it as well. They can just Thoughtseize us. This hand is not killable, sadly. 1 land is not how it's going to work for us. This hand's good. We'll keep all our lands. Purge. Wrath's good. Oh, do we bottom a Wrath? We probably do. I think just having Path and Celestial Purge early is just too good. Maybe we're meant to bottom the Elish Norn, but if they don't have a Thoughtseize, well, they have a Thoughtseize. So as soon as they just take the Elish Norn here, they can't really risk it for anything else. Yeah, let's just go Plains go. Wrath of the Skies is nice, so I'm glad we bottomed the Wrath of God at least, because we've got this Wrath of the Skies. Okay, they got their land. Their nice little land. Passing, we'll just play a Plains. It's nice that we're getting all these lands. They do help. And they drew a basic as well, which is nice. We are going to kill this with a Path to Exile. Again, if they play Battlemark and they have an Ephemerate, it gets a lot more bad news bear for us. And they can't go Battlemark and flicker it, so... I mean, yeah, they can just take our Celestial Purge now, which isn't good. I assume they take Purge. Okay, Emperor Bones. I mean, that's scary. They can take the Elish Norn. And we can't really kill that next turn either, which is another problem. Let's play Field of Ruin. We'll stop their upkeep and we'll just hit that, I guess. Yeah, that doesn't really change much what we do. I should have done draw step, sorry, because they could draw the basic. Let me adjust that. Next turn we're likely going to be... Okay, they're adapting. Makes sense. It's in for 8. It does mean though that they're not... Well, if they have a land... I think we're using this Wrath of the Skies just to try and kill this Emperor and hopefully didn't have an Aven Interrupter. They could ephemerate the Elish Norn. Oh, it goes to me, doesn't it? That's right. Yeah, let's play this Demolition Field. And yeah, let's just Wrath of the Skies. We've got 4 cards in hand, so it's pretty scary. All their stuff is ETBs and stuff. 2. Yeah, they play a Battlemark and we're in a bit of strife. If you draw a Ghost Quarter, we could hit their Swamp. Yeah, Recruiter, it's a good draw. I think Elish Norn's our best draw. Followed by like maybe a... No. If they don't play a land, Ghost Quarter might be our best draw. If we can hit the Swamp. Another Emperor Bones. And what, they can hit their other Emperor Bones. I mean, yeah, we just pass. Suppose they got an Emperor Bones, not like a Flicker Wisp or something. And for 1. I mean, them playing a Flicker Wisp here is huge. Okay. Doing that, this Demolition Field doesn't do anything. It goes to us. Okay. White Orc of Phantom's not that good, but we're going to have to just fire... Yeah, we just fire this off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3. It's just 1 for 1 of them. They've got 5 cards in hand. So Khan's a really good draw now because we can just Liquid Mental Coding them. So I'm kind of glad I kept 1 in our deck. This Wild Orc of Phantom's not that good. They're ephemerating that. Makes sense. But then that's just replacing their ephemerate in their hand. And getting Bowmasters. So we'll do this for 3. And then they don't get anything with this extra ephemerate. Unless they play the Bowmasters and then cast it. That's their choice, they can do that. Yeah, they do in response to the rebound. And then they can cast it. Yeah. How do we win this game? At least we have this White Orchid where, depending on what they have... Not doing much else after this. I'm drawing a land. So yeah, again, Khan's good. Ooh, look. Let's just keep the field in our hand. We'll play this 2 mana 2/2 with First Strike and Flying. Yeah. I'm not... It's not worth it to target our lands to try and thin our deck. Like, we might be using these demos at some point. Yeah. And probably getting like a Emperor back. Witch Enchanter, Emperor, Flicker Wisp. What do they pick up? Witch Enchanter. Yeah, for land. So end step we'll hit that with the demo. Come on, deck. Give me something good. Sunken Citadel is not good. I think we're pretty screwed here. We don't have any card advantage. Yeah, now that's a 3/3. Well, it's going to be 4/4 now. So like dead in 2 with it. No, Wrath of God, really. We just let this happen. So Elation Norm's our best draw. A Citadel doesn't do it. We'll play the demo field and pass. We'll just block. If we draw a Solitude or something, it's good. But yeah, we're pretty dead. Now we're dead. Alright, GG. I think it was still fun and we had some small chances of winning, maybe. But the Thoughtseize was very good at the end there.